Thank you, Jeba, for sharing some of your stories with us. Next to the Ignite stage is our one and only student presenter tonight. I was so excited when his principal, Mrs. Brenda Vathauer, asked if, could you take a student? I was like, yeah, who do you got? And she said, well, he's Logan. He's the one that's going to the National Spelling Bee. And so I almost for a minute thought maybe I'd do a little spelling smackdown because I happen to be a pretty good speller, but I didn't want him to feel put on the spot. So I'll let you free this time, Logan. Next to the Ignite Learning stage is a very busy young man. He's an 8th grade student here at Lincoln Park Middle School. He's a member of the student council, plays viola in the orchestra, is a member of the Knowledge Bowl team. He enjoys downhill skiing and dabbles in fiction writing and composing classical music. Here, with his talk, My Musical Journey, please welcome Logan Griggs.
Hi, everyone. So I want to start out my talk tonight by just asking the question, what is music? What is it? And initially I was kind of thinking, well, it's probably going to be kind of a tough question because it can mean a lot of different things, and I really think that it's kind of hard to put your finger on one specific definition, And I'm still kind of trying to figure out what exactly it is, and I would really like more opinions. So I want to know what a couple of you out there, what do you think music is? So can I see like a couple of hands as to what people think music is? Yeah.
Something pleasurable to take it through your ears.
All right. Something pleasurable taken through the ears. Anything else? Yeah.
Something with
Rhythm. All right. Yeah. Organized sounds. Okay. I actually looked up in Webster's Third New International Dictionary, actually the official dictionary of the spelling bee, so it's a really big, it's a good dictionary. And they define it as vocal or instrumental sounds having rhythm, melody, or harmony. And I really like that definition because it's like right to the point, But I also kind of think, is that all there is to it? Because it seems pretty simple for something that I think is like super complex. So I kind of want to figure that out. And, I think that it can mean different things for everybody. Because I know that I talk to other people. I do talk a lot like you. And I feel like I tend to have a little bit different opinion about what it is than other people, like my peers that I'll talk to. And I'm like, that's pretty crazy. But anyway, I'll be respectful of them. And, I really like classical music, or anyway, the style. Basically 100+ years old stuff, because I just feel like it is the best kind of expression that you can get with music as far as things like that go. And I'm gonna kind of talk a little bit about how I got started with music, and then what do I do with it now, and then what I plan to do with it in the future. So since I've been really young, I have been around and exposed to a variety of different types of musical instruments, and I've been allowed to experiment with them. We have lots of percussion instruments at my house, various odds and ends, and guitars, a bass guitar. We used to have an electric organ, and then piano. And then even since I wasn't taking formal lessons or anything, I was just exposed to it. So I think it kind of set the stage for, when 3rd grade comes, when I started taking these basic after-school group piano lessons. And that kind of taught me what I wanted to do, because I could find my niche as far as where I want to go and what I want to do as a career, because some kids do sports and that's their thing, and other kids, I don't know, they do whatever they do, they're big readers or something. Music is kind of my niche. It's kind of something that I can be good at by myself, and I really enjoy doing it. And I I really like the classical style music, and in the past couple of years, I feel like that's really like clicked with me because I have started looking beyond like the basic bare bones definition that we got with Webster's, which was a good definition, but I don't feel like it went as far as I think music can go. And I like music because it's expressive, all right? You can convey emotion that can't be described in words. Like, books are great, but like you can't feel that. You can read it, and you can like, oh yeah, that means something, but there's a certain like indescribable quality about music that I really like because it's something that can only be felt. You can't put it into words, and I can't even describe it. Even since I've been doing it for about 5 years, and actually getting back to piano. Now, I have had 5 different piano teachers, which sounds pretty crazy considering I've only been doing it for 5 years. But I really think it's been actually valuable to my like musical experience because since music means like a variety of different things to everybody, all of my 5 teachers have been able to teach me something different and something new because of the fact that they want to share what they believe music to be, and also they want to spread their knowledge, which I'm sure they have a lot of, and they want to share that with me. And they all have a different approach to doing that because they all have a different purpose for actually teaching music, because it means something different to all of them. And like, I'm going to move into the next topic. Like, during the past year, a little less than a year now, I have started composing classical style music. And it's kind of tough to put into words like the actual reason why I like compose. I think it's something to do. It's one of the only hobbies that I have. And I just think it's important that music be kept expressive. Because I'll hear a lot of stuff on the radio nowadays, and I'm just going, wow. And so I want to like preserve the almost the tradition of like having music be expressive, because I feel like that's something that we're really lacking in today's music that we're seeing put out prolifically by a lot of artists today. And I feel like it's really lacking something that I would like to see. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm composing, is because I want to keep the expressiveness of music still in existence. And there's like one of my favorite conductors said something like, well, the notes are just signs. The notes are just signs because, you know, you can play the notes and it'll sound fine, right? But it sounds like notes, and it's just like notes. And it takes the extra bit of passion that we have inside us as human beings that we can like pour into what we're playing that actually adds the expression to it and makes it not notes, because that's what makes it unique to like each of the musicians that are playing it. Because if it was just notes, it would sound exactly the same, and people would be like, oh, this is boring, I don't even want to hear that anymore, so just like forget you. And then like, but like when we have the passion into it, like that's what makes it different, because everybody has a different approach to it. And I think it's important that music still have that, because when we see people putting out so much music, it's like, well, is there really the emotion there? And I want to like keep the passion and the expression that music used to have, and I think it still could be, and I want to help contribute to that by making expressive pieces that are not only fun to listen to, because I do like some of the modern stuff, but that is what I think, you know, going back to the definition, it's vocal or instrumental sounds having, you know, rhythm, harmony, melody, basic things like that. And I think that's what the commonality is between different people's opinions about music, is just the basic stuff, because it is sound, you know, it has rhythm, melody, maybe some harmony. But once we like look beyond that to what we can actually make it, then it becomes like a whole lot better. And I think that as a composer, it is my duty to kind of help the expression like come along. And like my current piano teacher, she's told me a couple of times that if you're not feeling what you're playing, then I'm not feeling it. I think that's really true because of the fact that it's going to sound like notes if you're just playing it like it's notes. And then it's going to sound the same and people are going to be bored. And that's not what you want in a concert. They'll fall asleep. It's not going to be pretty. So you want to like make it something special that people actually want to listen to as opposed to just notes. And I think that's really important, and that's what I've learned as I've gotten a little bit more experienced over the years of my piano career. In the future, I think I want to maybe be a conductor. I'll still be a pianist. I'll still compose. I think I'm looking for conducting and something of that nature. And I definitely want to share my love for like the passion that we have in music. I want to share that with other people that have similar beliefs. And kind of like a takeaway is like, okay, what do I think music is? And how does that compare with what other people think it is? And how is it different? Because that's fine that it's different. And that's why different pieces like sound differently when different people play them. And that's what makes it interesting to listen to, is because it's not all the same. And I think that's really important if we want to see a future of music that is satisfying for as far as just emoting when the music is being played. Thanks.